Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Join Me. My name is Jessica, aka Just the Best, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to joining me to another episode, to another segment of conversation. I want to thank everyone that viewed my first video and subscribed and liked. Thank you so much. Again, I want to remind people and reiterate that this channel is not um, a gossip session. It is not to make anybody feel bad. It is not to make anybody think that what they're doing, thinking, or saying is wrong. It's basically based on opinions and perspectives of things that I've been through, things that I know, things that I learned, etc. Um, if you would like to follow me on both my social media accounts at Crazy Sexy Cool Jess, at never underscore assume 517. Also, after this video, you're more than welcome to hit that like, subscribe, and here we go. On this topic of today, we're going to be talking about child support. And the reason why we're going to be talking about child support, visitation, payments, um, medical, custody, etc., is because there's a lot of ladies and fellas that don't know how the system works. And this is what creates a lot of problems. This is what creates a lot of miscommunication because they're not educated and they don't know. So, because I worked for the child support call center for 5 years and some months, I learned a lot. I was one of the top customer service representatives at the center. So, I just want to share my knowledge with you all. So, therefore, father, mothers, grandfather, grandmothers, whoever has custody of children, or whoever has children, to know how the system works. So this first video, we're going to touch on custody. Now, a lot of people assume that the mothers, because we carry the kid and we give birth to the kid, that as soon as the child is born, the mother automatically has custody of this kid. That's wrong. I'm here to tell you that that's wrong. For many, many, many years, a lot of people think that, and I even thought that before I started working for the child support call center. I learned that that's not true. So here it is. When a child is born, um, if custody is not established, let's say, for example, something happens to the mother or something happens to the father, vice versa. Um, and custody has not been established. And what I mean when I say custody not established is a proper application being applied with the courts of whatever state, county you live in for the judge to either grant you 50-50, sole custody, whatever. Unfortunately, in the state of New Jersey, there is no such thing as sole custody unless one of the parents is deceased or incarcerated for life. So the child is born. There is no application put in any courthouse, any county, any state for custody. And something happens to the mother or the father, vice versa. The child goes to the state. Okay, the state has legal um, legal authorization, I guess you could say, or the child is the state's property. The state owns the child. It doesn't matter if the child's mother has there's grandparents on the mother's side or the father's side. It doesn't matter if custody is not established through the courts granted by a judge. The child goes to the state. Uh, let's say both parents are deceased. Whatever. Therefore, then the grandparents of either party, either the mother or the fathers, has to go down to the county courthouse of whatever county or state they live in, file a application with the courts. Within the state of New Jersey, it is $25 to file this application. If you have a child together and you've never been married, right? If you've never been married but you have a kid together, the application fee is $25. Okay. Now, if you've been married and you have a kid, the application fee is $50. So, the application fee varies depending on your situation. You would have to ask when you get to the courthouse, depending on your situation, what's the cost of this application. In the event that you cannot afford to pay for this application to be filed, there is a thing called a waiver fee form that the courthouse, issue, and you would have to fill it out. It asks you questions on, the income that you have coming in, so they can see why you can't afford to pay to file this application. So again, um, mothers and fathers, because this is a unisex thing. This doesn't apply to one or the other. It's to both. If you have a child already or you have a child on the way, if you are on good terms with the mother or the father, going to court doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. You see, court has this bad stigma connected to it where people think that as soon as an application is filed, oh, it's war. It doesn't have to be that way. You can have a great relationship with the father of your child or the mother of your child, but custody has to be established. So therefore, in the event that God forbid something tragic happens, your child doesn't have to occur PTSD, or be stressed, or go through bad experiences of having to go to the state until someone comes to claim them because no one went down and filed for custody. So in the state of New Jersey, the most common custody that they grant is 50-50, with whoever the child resides with being the primary custodial parent, which most of the time is the mother. New Jersey is not a mother or father state. It does not preference either one. You know what I'm saying? It's strictly based on the best interest of the child. Um, so again, like I said, I just wanted to pass down this little token to y'all because, like I said, I didn't know none of this information before I started working for child support. And I just wanted to educate, my fellow viewers, and pretty much basically the world to know that it is okay to file an application to establish custody. It is okay, whether you are in good terms with the mother of your child, the father of your child, whether you guys are in bad terms, it doesn't matter. It is okay to establish custody because you do not want, in the event that something tragic happens to either party, your child have to go through, an unnecessary trauma because, you were negligent or you was uneducated, whatever the case may be, and knowledge is power. There's nothing wrong with informing yourself. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So you already know what I'm going to say after this. If you like this video, please tap on that like button, subscribe. You're more than welcome to, comment on this video. If you have further questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. And remember, love yourself, put yourself first, be you, and that's all I can ask for. See you next time.